autism acceptance. Yes.
Hey everyone, Hoodz here along with Julio64,
Hi, everybody.
TheOtakuSpartan,
Konnichiwa.
and were hoping to start this earlier, and as you can see on my clock, now 8:15, it just changed. Yeah, a few things happened, some frustrations, nothing major, but it was concerning. And to relax us, we need to hear about something important, but something that would still entertain us. It's about the fellas at the freaking FCC. Yeah, I was playing that Family Guy song, and I do like Family Guy, and that was one of their best songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like some of their modern stuff, but not a lot.
I mean, yeah, their first three seasons and some of their revival seasons, yeah, they were good, but it has been getting a little less coherent in some ways. I mean, it could still be good. I still like Family Guy, but yeah.
They're questionable, I'll put it.
South Park has had a better way of handling this, and their specials have shown this. And I mean, not every episode's a home run. I'm sorry, I was about to say hit and run. And you know, there's only one episode I've never liked of South Park. That's China Problem, and I feel the overreaction to Temple of Doom was just oi, and I say this
it's Kingdom of the Crystals.
Well, yeah, here's the reason. I say this because Temple of Doom sucks. It was a lot worse. So, you're gonna judge this as saying this is the worst over that? I'm just like, okay, you're... I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to think it's the greatest or anything. That's fine, but it was just the biggest overreaction I saw. I'd be okay if it was more over how people did overreact, but no, Trey and Matt confirmed in the commentary they were serious enough about this, and it kind of killed the humor for it. And not to mention, I'm not going to say the full thing here because this is TVPG, but Butters accidentally shooting people. I think I said shooting people in a certain part that... Okay, it was funny the first time, but it happened so recurrently and not in the fun kind of way. It's just like... Yeah, I had to say this was the worst handled episode.
Yeah.
Others that I'm weak on, like, oh geez, considering where Trump won, and this is the only time I'm going to bring up Trump here because there's nothing else important to bring up that I did in the last two, but it's more about the episode itself. Yeah, I feel that was one of the weaker episodes only because Trump won, and therefore a lot of the jokes weren't able to be as funny as they originally would have been if Hillary did. But I at least have more understanding for that one, so I'm more forgiving of it, and it is still important to the story, so it gets enough of a pass for me. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Though on the which indie movie you're talking about, that was actually the fourth movie they were talking about.
Yeah, King of the Crystal Skull is the fourth movie.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Temple of
You
Doom is the
said,
second, and it's a prequel to everyone else. Thankfully, you can skip that one. Is it? Well, mostly you can skip it. It is brought up in Dial of Destiny. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That's what it was called.
mhm.
But and yeah, I know that one didn't get the best reviews either. But I still like it over Temple of Doom, and I'm gonna say I think it's a little bit better than Crystal Skull. Take that as you will. Keep in mind, I'm more of a newcomer to the Indiana Jones movies, and I saw the original movies on DVD the day before or day up to I saw the fourth movie for the very first true time on DVD. Then me and my mom went to the movie theater and we saw Crystal Skull. So I have a much fresher perspective of it. I'm not blinded by the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things I have nostalgia for, Star Wars being one, more so, honestly, the special editions, the original theatrical releases of them.
Mhm.
And, stuff like the original Lion King over the retooled stuff that's been in video releases. So, there's that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of Disney movies on VHS before they were digitally remastered, so do I like a lot of the digital remasters? It's a mixed bag. Some of them do look better and it does work for some preservation, but on the other hand, a lot of detail that is necessary has been lost too, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag.
I've seen some remasters that actually keep a lot of the detail, even the film grain, but still make it look good. Those kinds I have a lot more respect for, but as long as at least it still exists, I can accept that enough, but it's not the best. Anyway, here you go. That's we have that ramble. So
Yeah. Anyway, let's get started.
yeah,
And
doing so now,
yeah.
Hmm.
and I'm gonna have a
I
sip of beer while we start. So yay, Steel Reserve 211.
mhm.
Also, I just want to say while this is loading, one of my friends I deeply care for, I'm not going to say who in this one,
Mhm.
very proud of them for sharing something that confesses something that I heavily relate to, so I'm glad I know who my friends are. And it took a
Yeah.
Mhm.
long time to realize that. Granted, Julie, you, Kate, and Jason I've had the longest. Lance, you're more recent, but you've shown amazingly you're one of my best friends.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So the fact
Mhm.
that you've been able to do this in this amount of time compared to everyone else who's I've known for a long time, that says something.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause Dan I've known for a long time too, and we weren't originally on the best of terms, but we adjusted and he got to know me for who I am.
Mhm.
And he knows I'm not perfect, and that's good. Okay, yeah, night's still the winning, although, oh, look, afternoon just went up a bit. It's above morning. Yay!
Mhm.
There
Oh,
could be a
okay.
chance.
Oh,
Yeah.
We gotta practice tricolor at some point, but I think we'll save that for certain Let's Plays.
Yeah.
definitely.
So for now,
Sorry if I'm yawning, but
yeah, well, I'm tired too, so it's okay. We're gonna try to make
I
sure we have at least 2 hours tomorrow.
but you said 1 hour earlier.
I meant for today. I said tomorrow will be 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Keep in mind, I woke up too early myself, and
we're not going too early, okay? Don't worry. It'll
yeah.
just be earlier than this one is, alright?
Okay.
So,
I just hope I can make it back for the afternoon portion.
yeah, and we didn't really get to practice much more beyond this because we got tired.
And I had a long day.
Oh, and look at them dance. Isn't that cute?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. They look great, right? Those kind of colors. Looks rainbowish, I think, in a weird way, but a cool weird way. Hmm. Hmm.
I remember when Pearl Marina of Off the Hook or Tentacle, if you depending on a region, they did their concerts, and I always loved watching those.
Yep.
I do love deep cuts as well, although I
Yeah.
definitely have a lot more nostalgia at this point. Although then again, that was my first Splatoon game for Off the Hook. Mimikyu Tentacle.
I played a little of the first Splatoon, so,
Yeah,
but not,
I wanted to get the first Splatoon, but I didn't have a Wii U at the time. I have one now, but it's far past the online stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
unless you know where to look, but I'm not saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably best you don't for this. I'd like to play the original Splatoon, but Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 here, they're my Splatoons.
We Nobody plays for story mode on Splatoon games anymore anyway.
Well, I would do for the original, but there you go. I just want to get at a low price. Anyway, starting up a room.
Okay.
Okay, joining. And
Everyone get ready so we can go ink some ass.
Yeah,
got
baby.
or tentacle in this case.
Yeah, like Squidward tentacles.
They have humanoid forms, so clearly they have asses.
Oh my god.
I never noticed that giant teeny on the lobby.
Also, I hear it's okay to ink to eat. I'm sorry, not ink. To eat squid, but not octopi, because octopi are actually intelligent. So should I actually have been an octoling instead? So therefore, I could be smarter.
Oh yeah.
Advance. I'm an Autoling myself.
I've had octopi twice. Once at a grill restaurant I've gone to, which very good, and I'd love to go to again.
Yeah.
I never had it.
And I live near a ramen restaurant, and they had octopus balls, I think,
Oh.
or is it tokiyaki? I'd have to double check. I think I'm right.
Oh, that's something that people of Japan love.
Yeah, I've had it before. It's good, but I only wanted it for the taste, so I figured, okay, try it once.
I tried the unagi.
But remember, you want to eat dolphin?
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Well,
You've heard
dolphins are
that
the most.
You've heard that dolphins are intelligent, really intelligent, right?
Yes,
Yep.
they are.
But don't worry. If one blows all its money on lottery tickets, it's perfectly fine.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm referencing, right?
Yes,
Yep.
I know, I know. I saw it. And yes, it's true. The Japanese used to kill dolphin and eat it.
If I'm not mistaken, I haven't heard they stopped. Maybe I'm missing something. Taking a long time to get us matched up, so that's fun.
Yeah. We should have gotten a fourth player, but what you gotta do?
All right,
No,
finally.
finally.
It's battle
Hopefully we
time.
don't have a disconnection.
I hope not.
Or
Oh,
hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah. Now we gotta fight Sigma.
Although I find the irony that a dolphin blows on his money on lottery tickets, doesn't it still give them human intelligence? But I guess, it doesn't matter in that regard. It's still, that's what makes it so funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time to load up on my booyah bomb.
Oh.
I'm staying back and inking a bit to
Ow.
make sure our turf is covered, alright? Booyahing! And we're in the danger zone.
Oh, dear.
Dang it.
Hold on.
Ah.
What the? I thought I was at full strength. That distracted me. And
oh my god.
you just lost some ground because of this. Oi.
I got one. Got one.
I've got to yeah.
Don't-
Double knockout.
I was
Oh,
out
dear.
weak. I need to rebuild my booyah bomb.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my ink storm ready. And I got to do a recharge. Recharged.
Ah.
Go.
Oh, dear. Okay,
Ink storm ready. Sending. Use that for cover.
Don't. Double knockout. I got Sigma though.
good.
I was double teamed. I got knocked out.
There we go.
I see they got some Japanese players on here, at least I assume, since he
Yeah.
has a Japanese username.
Double knockout. I got Finch.
At least I got Sigma, but he got me.
Ah! Oh my god, that's frustrating. Considering we're getting our turf inked, I don't see the point in warping ahead at this time. Okay, you know what? I'm switching weapons for the next one. I think I need some long range.
Ooh.
Okay,
Aw.
that one just really... You know what grinds my gears? What just
What?
happened?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I'm switching weapons.
Yeah.
Usually I'm fine with the brush, but I think in the terms we're going for, I need something a little more long range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where are
especially
they,
considering, look at how bad we just got beat.
Yeah, I know.
They were cheap shots though.
It
Yeah,
felt cheap,
but-
so that's why I'm switching weapons.
Mm-hmm. Overall splatter, turf inker, and popular targets.
Change gear, then go is what I'm going to do. Everyone stay in. 2 more battles, then I got to get a new ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
NZAP 89, the one I
Oh,
originally
crap.
used to, where they changed it.
Yeah. Oh.
Really? Okay, changing my weapon first, because, oi.
Yeah, oh.
Okay, I got my sunglasses on. Sadly, they didn't have regular glasses, so... Time to...
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to... For me to make a new room
Gotta
for you
test this
guys.
first. Okay, I think I
Okay.
got it good.
That's good.
Okay, so let me start up a new room and we'll get ready.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a little breeze came in. May turn on my heater for just about 10 minutes, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. It's actually feeling a bit better. Anyway, just let's get going. Match menu. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, a little distraction. And okay, yeah. Try to get at least 50 more minutes of this done. Hopefully, if no more internet connection issues.
Yeah.
Great.
And then
Okay, why does it take?
dial.
Okay, I'm not used to this taking this long on my end. So, am I having the internet connection issue? So, if I am, oi. All right, ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too.
We'll see what I do with the end zap. Hopefully, it helps.
Yeah. I have an NSAP, but it's a gray one.
Yeah, but I like the sub weapon. I like the not the sub weapon, the special weapon on this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, the sub weapon's also good on this one too because it's a auto tech bomb. So this actually might work.
That's good.
All right, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. No, wait,
And those are unkillable.
obviously.
All right, battle time.
Yeah. You like the headgear I picked.
Okay.
There's my and sunglasses.
Well, we're
And
both
Sunny.
on the afternoon team, so at least
Yeah.
that gives us an advantage. Because of the weapon I have, I'm gonna go more ahead this time.
Alright. I'll stay behind a little so I can make some turf.
Ah! Oh, thank God. Okay.
At least long enough to build my booyah bomb up.
Oh, 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 oh. Ooh. Got splatted by Sunny.
I haven't encountered rivals yet.
There's one! I got one! No!
Oh, crap.
Splash cat! Stupid slash cat. That was a cheap shot.
All right, got. I'm not eating waffles tonight because I just killed waffles. Okay, I think we're doing pretty well, but we can do better. But waffles again, but yeah, redacted got me.
Yeah.
Okay, warping ahead. We're pretty good on our turf, so.
Okay, I'll roll
No!
with...
No!
Oh.
Sonny got me.
Oh, crap.
Ugh,
No!
that's
Oh,
really
no.
bad. Wait, I think some people got into our turf.
I'm trying to get him out. Ugh.
Why can't
Nope.
I get up? What? Oi! Work controls. we're screwed.
I got Sunny at least.
People are in our turf, so I've got a splat here.
Ugh.
I couldn't see what I was doing.
Wipe out again. Oh.
Oh, boy.
2 wipeouts in a row?
Oh, dear.
Okay, I got Sunny, but... I'm actually doing worse here.
Retract.
I was...
That's it. Oh.
I'm going back to the brush if this is... I'm done.
Ugh.
Oh, we were doing
Yeah.
so well at the beginning.
Yeah.
I know. Well, at least it was both afternoons.
That does help our team, so yeah, but oi.
I know. So annoying.
Changing gear. I'm going back to the brush.
All right. Keep going. All right.
One. Move. Dang it.
After this, we need a brief break so I can replace one of my coupons, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
All right. Leveled up a little. Wait.
I'm going to try to go ahead this time. So we'll see how that works. Maybe if I'm able to get ahead of time, since my brush can actually do more damage quickly. Actually, that's not true. It doesn't do damage as quickly as the end zap, but it does spread more ink. And it has been more effective in defeating some inkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this goes.
And we're gonna fight with Toonwig and MJ, which stands for Michael Jackson.
I've seen MJ Tanner on YouTube. They're cool.
Yeah.
Although, granted, I do like Michael Jackson. I don't believe the allegations against him.
Yeah, I don't believe it too, because we may never know, because he's no longer with us.
Yeah, and I've dealt with defamers before.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah. Yeah. Please don't get rid of Michael Jackson's history, or stop canceling him.
Well, the Simpsons
You're right.
episode that was deleted, thankfully I still have that, and I know some people have up-resed it to HD, and I'll take it.
I do still have my DVD of the first couple of Simpsons seasons with that episode. Thankfully.
Yeah, I have season 3, thankfully.
I have it on DVD.
Yeah, because, cancel culture is cancer, you know.
Yeah, and I've dealt with that too. There's one thing I'd like canceled, but I won't say it here.
Okay, I got 2 little paintbrushers. Yay. Ooh. So, not even happy. I'm not happy.
Hold on, I gotta chase on someone.
Okay,
Hey, get here. Alright, got him.
good.
Or got, yeah, whoever is going by that.
Ooh, I got him. Good.
We need to do some Legend of Zelda Let's Plays at some point.
Yeah, we should.
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, those are big ones I want to do. Breath of the Wild, I think, would take maybe a little too long. And don't get me wrong, I love those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But A Link to the Past, that would be a good one. Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, and also the Minish Cap, I'd be up for those. The original Legend of Zelda I'd probably be okay with, but I need at least a guide online since it's not as open and shut.
Yeah, I got Splat if I Toon Link. Oh wait, MJ.
Yeah. The only Zelda game we won't do is the CDI games. Well,
We don't talk about those.
Yeah, we don't.
Lance, I need to give you... Actually, we need to vote to give you a suspension for even daring to mention those. That's your fault.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just kidding,
Well,
obviously, but...
yeah, okay.
I think we have a good chance on this one.
Oh boy. Yay,
Yes!
we won!
Hell yeah! To quote Kite Man.
Super Blade, Homemade Sinker, and Super Jump Spot are number 1 on mine.
Hail to the king, baby.
Mhm.
That was the overall splatter and everything.
Mhm.
All right, we have to quit for this one because I have to go get a new coupon.
Okay, we'll quit.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Stop.
Mhm.
Oh, I could. Good.
Yeah, I was the top killer and top anchor, so I did well here. Yeah,
And I'm
so
an
yeah, I'm
afternoon
sticking to
champ.
the brush.
Alright. I'm an afternoon champ now.
Let's see, what do I want? I'm gonna go for this one. All right, getting a new room ready.
Alright. Hey.
Oh.
Okay, there you are.
All right, everyone click ready, and then we can start.
Okay.
And ready.
Has anyone seen the what's now officially known as the Spooktacular New Adventures of Casper? Just known on screen and in promotion on Fox Kids as simply Casper.
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
I think
it
I saw-
was a follow-up to the 90s movie, the live-action 90s movie with Christina Ricci and such.
Mhm.
It had the same voice actors as the ghosts from the movie, although I think one of them took over for one of the characters later. I'd have to double-check.
Mhm.
However, I think the show was actually better than the movie. And I know the movie wasn't great, but I still have some nostalgic fondness for it.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, the TV show was a lot funnier. Also, I love Casper's personality in that. He wasn't just so sweet, happy-go-lucky, friendly. He had a bit of attitude. That's what really made him good.
Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Ah, sorry if I'm yawning. I'm trying to keep awake.
Is Scratch gonna now replace Casper as the friendly ghost, since we've seen Molly help Scratch become a much friendlier ghost?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Actually, I think Jeff counts more because he's the friendliest ghost in that show. Still,
Oh.
I love the Ghost of Molly McGee. It's a great show.
And then we're gonna continue. You go some Molly McGee with a new season or something. This will be spoilers if I tell, but I know Jeff will be the main character. Since, well, what happened to Scratch? That's spoiler territory.
Oh, and if anyone's going to complain that a white actress voiced Molly, considering she's Thai, she's also part Irish, so she's half white. That's part of the point of the casting in this one. So here, it's okay. There was a point to it.
Yeah.
Now, the rest of Molly's family have been cast by Asian actresses to represent the Thai side. So, they're not ignoring it either, but they want to still be fair to both racial ethnicities. So, don't be an extremist.
Yeah. What?
Or Karen.
Don't be racist. I am a building. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think being extremist is a different form of racism too, so that's not good.
Oh, yeah.
Because you gotta have the balance.
Yes, I got 2.
Okay, we're doing well. Oh. All right, we're doing well. Just keep it up.
Yep.
Uh-oh, somebody's in our territory.
Okay, I think I held some back, but okay.
Oh, dear.
Warping ahead. Julie, warping to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I got someone.
Over to you, Ed.
Hold on. Yeah, okay, someone else got him for me. Okay, Julie, that was you.
Yep.
Okay, I got Tango. Let's keep it up.
Boy, bombing to the other side. Yes, I got one more kill.
We mess crap up. I was about to be more sweary in that one, but nope. Yeah, I remembered. So, yeah, we mess crap up.
Super
Hell
jump
yeah.
spot. Okay. I got one more.
Hold on a second.
I need a new...
Hold on a second. Ah! Okay, my earbud came out. Okay, we can keep going.
Okay.
Okay, I got one more till I'm out.
Okay, Julie, except for our extra member, you were the top inker this time. And they were the top killer. You and I are tied for that. We did well this time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, wait, I'm wrong. Lance, you were the top killer this time. Good job.
Oh my goodness. I guess I am.
I love this game so much.
Huh, apparently me too.
Ever since I got Splatoon 2, I got addicted ever since I started playing multiplayer. It is that good.
Yeah.
And Splatoon 3 has not disappointed me.
Yeah. Although I would not even imagine if they made I want to imagine if they made a Splatoon 4 for Switch 2.
I'm pretty sure they will at some point. Also, I find it funny. Since my mom was getting this for me as a Christmas gift, she wasn't able to find the North American release of it, so she imported the European release from the UK. Thankfully, it's the exact same game, exact same ROM or whatever, ISO, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
it's perfectly compatible. Doesn't change a thing, so I couldn't care less.
Yeah. And the Switch is Vision free, so
Yeah, especially this one, but I have noticed some games do have regional differences. Thankfully, this is not one of them.
oh.
Speaking of
Mm,
region, you heard that the Japanese Switch 2 is gonna be region locked?
yes, I heard.
Yes, Lance is the biggest one who spread that, so Julie, you're kind of preaching to the choir here.
Yeah, it's actually cheaper, but for English people that live in Japan, I just get the multi-language version that in Japan as well. So there's two versions in Japan.
Well, I'm probably always going to live in North America. I mean, I might move to Canada soon because Trump reasons, the only other
Yeah,
time I'll
me
mention,
too.
but
Me
only
too.
because that came up in a area where it's a relevant topic.
Yeah, and people are wondering, I actually want to move to Canada with Ed.
And
To
I'm not
ex
against that, but I'm a Canadian citizen, Lance is not, so there could be some complications there.
Are you bombing now?
Okay. I think we have about a half hour left of gameplay for tonight.
I got player. Ah!
Okay, we're not doing too bad, but keep it up. Look for...
But
Yeah.
I got by someone.
Ah! I got inked. Okay, I'm going to whoever's the most ahead. Lance, that's you.
Okay.
Ah, we're in the danger zone.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Work
Oh
on
dear.
recovery. Okay, I splatted player, so I got us ahead.
Thank you.
Lance, I'll take care of this. Go ahead elsewhere.
No!
Okay.
The
Okay.
agent
Okay.
got me.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, to everyone who heard what I was gonna give Julie last time, I was in error. What I have is an HD60S, not an HD60, so she's getting a higher grade than I thought. I was
Yeah.
mistaken on what I had, so there you
Yeah.
go.
I hope
Yeah.
my obsolete desktop can handle it.
Well,
Since-
look at what the compatible software is, compatible versions are, and figure that out, all right?
Okay.
Oh.
Julie, warping to you.
Yes, I got the agent.
Okay, I at least splatted one at the last second.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we didn't win this, but I feel we at least put in a good effort.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
did.
Well, that was a good game. We had fun.
Yeah. We do have fun.
And we were able to still do our best, so it felt like a fair victory that for the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm used to losing a lot.
Yeah, you got to get used to that, and you got to be able to have that. I mean, if it feels way too unbalanced, there I understand more of the frustration, but this felt fair, so I think we're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm a loser, after all. Literally.
Julie, don't ever say that to me again.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Well, I lost a lot. And...
Stop, Julie. No, I'm actually being
Julie.
serious here. Stop. Keep in
Julie.
mind, you're recording this. I'm not going to edit this out because it's in real time, so stop.
Yeah. Please don't say
Okay.
that.
I'm trying not to get discouraged.
Julie, you
Oh.
have no reason to be discouraged. We did our best. You've done well in these, okay?
Yeah.
Fine, I'm gonna bring it up. Our former owner of Hooded Chaos went FU Japan on this when me, Dan, and Kate, along with this guy, kept getting owned by Japanese players. We took it in stride. This guy did not, and we will mention that later. Again, when we show him. Julie, you've taken it in stride. Keep doing so, okay?
Yeah. Try your best.
Hey, I can always say I'm happy to be a loser all the time.
Don't.
No, that guy is a true loser.
Yeah. He was. and a Western man baby.
Yeah. And I can't say my name if it's because of Nintendo's guidelines, but if it's not a Nintendo game, different story.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. However, I only want that to be brought up for a few videos in the major point. And I splat someone, but someone else came up behind me. The Booyah Bomb was also a distraction. Hopefully that did some good, so my booyahing was not in vain.
But mine wasn't in vain either.
Okay, found someone. They got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie, you gotta know, everything we've said is gonna go up in here. I can't just edit it out. Since I'm the one handling the Let's Play on this one.
At least I'm not cursing.
Yeah.
No, but don't do the other stuff either. It doesn't help. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help you. I accept I'm not gonna win every game in this. And hell, I just went out of bounds focusing on that. My fault. I accept that. So, don't do this, okay? Don't be that guy. Well, I guess you're not really being that because you at least showed more dignity, but still. Oh, we caused a wipeout. Cool.
Awesome.
That's nice.
I mean, Julie, I know you have insecurity issues and such, and that's what we're about. But let's not go there right now, right? I mean, even in I guess I'm mentioning Trump one more time. People who voted for him, we're not saying, well, I have said certain people are on a very low respect and intelligence side, but I don't mean that for everyone. It depends on the person and what their reasoning is.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, I think we won. Everyone else, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, Trump's not going away anytime soon. But then again, 4 years of this, so there you go. But
yeah, 4 years of this.
Understand what this guy is doing. Do your research, please. No, Fox News, Newsmax. No, they're far right. Yes, there's far left too. Look for what is rated as the in-between. Do your research on that, please.
Yeah.
And a lot's been done in the first term as well, and that needs to be remembered. And anyone who thinks Biden wasn't that great, yeah, he wasn't perfect. I wish he did something about Trump's first term tariffs to ease up the trade war, but he didn't do anything to make them worse either. And he did actually help the job market and the economy. So he did more good than he did harm. I mean, yes, wasn't perfect. I'm not saying he was. But if the economy and the price of things is what you're worried about, I'm just going to say voting for Trump was the wrong way to go, since that's one of the big things I know. Also, this thing on immigration, deportations were actually up under Biden. I've done my research. However, unlike Trump as it is in this current term, it wasn't cruel to sending Guantanamo Bay and what we know is officially happening now, El Salvador, torture slave prisons. It wasn't that. It was humane. Also, we didn't have kids locked up in cages like we did in the first term. I mean, we're not trying to be radical leftists or anything, but we are very anti-Trump. You're going to have to deal with this. So you're following us. We're doing this not because we want to shame anyone, unless it's someone who truly is having the very mindset Trump has, because there's good
Mm-hmm.
people and bad people. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not so, but we're speaking out to the people who are good people who can be reachable and understand. There have been good Republican choices, and you got to understand what those are so it helps everyone in the country. Trump is
Mm-hmm.
not that. I mean, I'll say this, yeah. Trump and Hillary. Hillary was not one of the best candidates. I'm not going to deny that. However, she was more competent, in my opinion, than Trump was. And she showed more tact. Would I have ever considered her to be one of the best presidents ever? Oh God, no. No. But she would have been the lesser of two evils, as I see it. Biden,
Yeah.
I feel, was a better candidate than Hillary. That's where I go. So 3 times Trump has been a Republican candidate. Every time I would vote against him because of who he is. Kamala is actually what gave me hope, because she is one of the most worthy, intelligent, and successful people I've seen to be in this area. But she's a black woman, and that's also the other thing, woman. And that's kind of an issue here.
Oh, dear.
Well, I guess I can't escape politics right now.
Yeah, despite the fact that our channel is not a political channel, it's more about gaming.
Well, we're going to do a few Trump things, but that's because it's affecting... We're all Americans here, and...
Uh-huh.
I mean, yes, I've said I have Canadian citizenship. I do. But I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. So I am by birth, and also by various ethnicities, I am an American citizen.
Unfortunately, I live in the red state. That's...
Yeah, but you live in the more blue area of it, so... And the fact that you did not vote for him shows you at least understand the issues.
Yeah, I live in the red state as well.
And you're the Republican among us, but even you understand he is a terrible representative for not just your party, but for the country as well.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
That makes you one of the good Republicans. In fact, as my mom put it, you're a John McCain Republican, and that's the good kind.
Hey, yeah.
If John McCain won over Obama, I actually would have been okay enough with that.
Yeah, me too. Apparently me too, I mean...
Yeah, because he had dignity, he had honor, and it sucks that he's sadly no longer alive.
Oh, yeah, that does suck. Yeah, even before Obama's presidency, there was George W. Bush. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Well, he did do some stuff I've learned that I really am not fond of. He's not evil, I'll say that. He did do some things right, more so than Trump ever did. But I definitely have some concerns. But still, I could accept more of him. And I didn't feel so terrified under him either.
Apparently, yeah.
I got one, but they got me.
By the way, I guess to go just one more thing on I don't follow corporate media news much. And I try to check out what my sources are before I make sure it's the best thing to check out. Like Reuters, Associated Press, they're considered the least biased and the least swayed, so I'm willing to go for them. But I go for more independent news sources. And David Pakman, who's one of the biggest ones I watch online. And we lost by 0.1%. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. He's able to conduct himself well. He doesn't like politics, but he also wants people to really not be swayed by thinking and to be able to think for themselves. Listen to what people say, see if there's points to that. That's good.
Yeah.
He's about critical thinking, and I love that. And I just recently got an audio version of his book, The Echo Machine, and I look forward to listening to that. All right, let's keep going.
That's one of those people that are like, what will happen kind of people.
Actually, this is the last thing I'll say on the negatives. The Trump or his administration, though, I'm pretty sure Trump himself is part of this. Yeah, trying to get many books speaking out against Trump removed, which massive public figure, you represent an entire nation, actually the world. People are allowed to express their criticisms of you and their support of you. You can't just have it be one or the other. Like, there's stuff that's come out in support of Trump, which, yeah, I'm not fond of, but fine. People are allowed to do that. So the same has to go for the other side. Otherwise, it is fascism. And
yeah, it is fascism.
This goes on David Pakman's The Echo Machine, so I'm glad I got this when I did. It goes on a book that Brian Taylor Cohen did, and he's one of the other ones I follow. And also a book that Mary Trump, Donald Trump's niece, who is against him, has done. And I've watched a lot of her videos, heard a lot of her statements, and I am very much on her side because she has explained things well. She has tried to be accurate. And even if it just simply goes against her uncle Donald, she still wants things to be accurate. I respect that.
Oh, dear.
I wonder what's taking so long for it to start.
So, yeah, Trump heavily against own family member, but this kind of adds to the point that it doesn't surprise me. This is something I just really want to add because we're all on the autism spectrum, so disabilities, disorders, this matters to us. Because me, Julie, Lance, and the other 5 owners of this group, which include the Time Traveler, PPG Caitlin, other members of our group, which includes Dan, and she's recently come out with this, my friend Emily, they've confirmed this. Other members who have been in our group confirmed this, like my friend William, who is the voice of Angel in Helen Kiersey. Yeah. There's that. And we want to support the good people in these groups, not those who abuse it. But Trump has said towards his grandnephew, who has a disorder which makes him more prone to seizures, from what I've read. There's more to it than that, I'm sure, but I'm just saying the basics. And it has it has affected this kid's development, and that sucks.
I feel sorry for the kid.
According to Fred Trump III, this kid's father, Donald said to Fred III, you should just let his son die. Saying that towards a family member who's disabled, that is probably the least apathetic, that is the most apathetic thing I've heard. I should have said the least empathetic thing. So that's just terrible. And yes, it hasn't been put on publicly record, but considering Mary Trump and this, I'm actually inclined to believe it. So take that as you will. And keep in mind, in bringing this up, we only would have stuck with this on the tariffs at first, but let's just go all the way, whatever. Or just all the way we should. We're not trying to disrespect your political beliefs or your religious beliefs. We have people in this group who are Christian. I'm agnostic. And some others who may not care that much. But all of us are against this man. And since a lot of people say, oh, conservative evangelicals are for Trump, keep in mind that's not the case for everyone. So
My mother is Catholic.
All I'm saying is don't disrespect our religions or our beliefs on that. We're not trying to disrespect yours. Just understand this isn't the right guy for any of these. And there's more to this than some of you probably do not realize.
It would be really surprising if it turns out he was eagerly agnostic and just using. Well,
I'm agnostic, and that's okay. I'm not against religion. So much is out there. I'm just not going to believe in a particular faith unless I see proof. And I think that's fair. Blindly believing something without evidence, that can be reckless. So I just want to make sure that's not the case. And I've seen religion can do good for people. And I have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah.
Kate is a Christian. Dan is a Christian. And they are some of the best people I've ever known. Kate especially being my best friend, the one I've known the longest besides Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my parents go to church on Saturday as well.
Saturday? Oh, I expect that more as a Sunday thing, but okay, if things are different for you, that's cool.
My mom
it's just,
sometimes goes.
I'm not dissing it, it's just a little shocking here. It's a Saturday thing over a Sunday thing, but
yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm not against it. It's just a little surprising is all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And Kate, if we're gonna mention, Jason is a Democrat. I will say that. So he along with Julie are our two Democrats. As I said, I'm an independent. Lance here is the Republican. I think I'm not sure Dan's complete political stance, though he is against Trump, but he's also a Christian from what I know. And Kate is a Christian, but she's apolitical. She doesn't really like politics and wishes to not be involved with them for the most part. But even she agrees Trump is a serious concern. So, again, just understand us with that on the political and religious spectrum.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of which, my tantrum about this conversation earlier almost got me in trouble, mate, folks.
Yeah, and that was my fault, and I'm sorry. Now I know better, so I'll try to be much more careful for that. I do apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So, my fault. I fully take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
I did not want that to happen to you, Julie, and they can know my fault. Blame me and just know I am sorry, and I will try to be more careful going forward. I did not mean any harm. I just need to know to do better next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, that's as long as it goes that way, I think it's good.
Hmm. I mean, my mother's Catholic,
And that's fine.
Spanish Catholic.
Yeah, again, that's all good.
Hmm.
Although, if
And
I'm
she
gonna
goes
make
her
a South Park
Saturdays.
joke, if any of you have more children and you need to teach your child how to use the bathroom, remember to get the book You're a Naughty Child and That's Concentrated Evil Coming Out of the Back of You.
Yeah,
Perfect!
that's Family Guy.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned Family Guy earlier, so... I'm trying to be fair about the jokes and stuff we say. I don't want to offend, but I'm still trying to make sure we're honest.
Yeah, Sniper got me.
And yeah, the fact that Trump's stuff has affected stuff in our lives, again, hard to ignore. I don't want this to be a political channel. I know none of us really do, but we can't ignore this either. So, and it affects us. So
unless
we gotta do essentially what South Park does: make fun of things like this, so we can handle it. The episode of South Park, Osama bin Laden has farty pics. That one reminded us during 9/11, which, yeah, I got kicked out of school for that. Well, everyone did because it was dangerous. So we got sent home from school because they were trying to keep us safe. That's the way I should put it.
Oh, yeah.
So we were kicked out for our protection.
Yeah.
And I was watching this on the news a lot, and it was horrifying. When I told my mom about this, she didn't know anything about this. I told her to turn on the TV, and she kept going, "Oh my God. Oh my God." And it kept escalating there. And she was glad I told her to look into this. This was before I lived in California with her.
Mm-hmm.
I was still in high school at the time, but yeah. This is one of the most devastating moments in history.
Definitely.
And I got splatted, but I at least splatted someone back. So, people may not like hearing about political stuff or this stuff a lot, but it matters. And I just want people to be safe and make the right choices. I mean, if you're going to vote for if you're Republican, cool. Just make sure you know who's in your party and make sure they're not just best for your beliefs, but best for people in general. All right, we won.
Yay, we won.
Same goes for the Democratic side. You got to make sure you know who's in your party and what they're best for. This is why I classify as independent at this point, because I've seen the good and bad from a lot of these, and the Republicans, I've seen one, I'll say at this point, that in my lifetime, I respect them, but they're not my favorites. As I said, if John McCain won, I think I would have been able to really respect him and like him too.
How many more are we doing?
However, Obama won, and admittedly, I did vote for Obama, so it's nothing against John McCain. It's just I just felt Obama was the right choice for it. But I would have been okay with John McCain winning.
Oh, how many more are we,
So that's all I'm saying. Know who you're voting for.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking, a businessman would be great as president, look at their track record to make sure you know what the case is. I'm going to add this in. Mark Cuban has expressed interest in running for president, and he's expressed concern for not just himself, but other people who want to make a living and start a business. That I trust, and I'm not just saying this as a fan of Shark Tank. I've looked at many of his other posts as well. Although, yeah, watch Shark Tank. Shark Tank is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about anyone else on Shark Tank at this time, just one who's considering that. And Well, I'll say this. If I have to say who my favorite sharks are, Mark Cuban's one, though I think he's kind of retiring it from Shark Tank at this point, and fine enough. I also really love Damon John because he shows a lot of compassion and heart, and he started out from a low-income thing and worked himself up, so he has an understanding of stuff like this. That's a big thing that makes me like and respect him. So, yeah, Mark Cuban and... Oh, I thought it was Splatted. Never mind. They were not born into the lap of luxury, so they have experience. And I can... that's why I trust and respect them on these grounds. I have issues with Kevin O'Leary at this point that I didn't have before, but at the same time, I think he has more business know-how since he did at least start out small, then grew big. I'll give him that. And I think I've just made this too political, didn't I?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
I guess we'll do it for this Splatfest. I'll try to be more careful going forward. So let's just let this Splatfest be about getting our opinions out on there and just keep it at that, all right?
Yeah.
You do like to ramble
We already
a lot.
started. Let's just at least finish it here. Next time, we'll try to be more careful. We won't do this for the reacts. And unless we're dealing with a game that's politically based, we won't do it further than that.
Apparently, yeah.
However,
yeah.
the Trump thing the Trump issue did start with the Switch 2, adding some issues with that. So I feel, yeah, Nintendo game, Nintendo issue, yeah, fine. Let's just get it out of the way. So my apologies for people who I said we wouldn't start with this, but we're just gonna have this entire Splatfest. Not every moment of it still count towards this because of concerns. We're just going to try to talk about what's relevant. We're not going to go into everything.
And this is relevant.
And okay, Trump has paused the 90-day tariffs and people are praising him for that, but don't, because he started them. So if you're doing that, you're praising the person who lit the match and started the fire in the first place. And just because they put the fire out doesn't mean they're still not guilty of starting the fire.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's enough for me.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we've done enough for tonight, so yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, my catalog went up at least.
Yeah, at this point, for the rest of the Splatfest, which we have one more video after this, just deal with the Trump criticism, and we're not trying to shame everyone who voted for him. We just want you to understand the circumstances and do research. Look for what source is trustworthy, what isn't, and to speak against some Trump protesters, I've said this before in one of the videos in this. One has spoken how Trump had all these meltdowns over the Lincoln Project, and like, oh, okay, interesting. So I was like, okay, where are the meltdowns? Where are the meltdowns? They weren't showing it. If it was posted on Twitter or Truth, show it. I've seen this issue of Rachel Zegler too on Snow White, and I don't really care for Rachel Zegler because of a lot of things she's done. Because, yeah, she hasn't shown a lot of respect for the Walt Disney Classic.
Yeah.
I don't think she's pure evil, but I don't have the utmost respect for her either. I've seen a lot of news sources claim that this has happened, but then I've double-checked, and these claims are actually not validated. There's no true evidence to back them up, so it's tabloid. So, yeah, these people who say Trump has these meltdowns over the Lincoln Project, shut up, because you're not telling the truth, because you are not showing the truth. You're just saying what you want us to hear. I'm not going to listen to you unless you have a source.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, none of us like Trump. We all hate him. But we at least want the truth heard. So either show us the truth, give us the truth, or stop. We are not going to base anything on dishonesty. So, with that said, all the more, I'm just saying, I follow David Pakman because he wants people to start showing critical thinking, so they really do their research. They don't just act as sheep. So, huge shout out to David Pakman here at the end. That
Yeah.
guy is awesome. He doesn't like politics, but he understands the importance of this and what it's causing for people who can't think for themselves. So he is trying to reach out to those people, and I have the utmost respect for him. He's even released children's books to help kids realize the importance of critical thinking, and again, mad respect. These kids are the future of the planet. We want them to be able to be smart, not just follow things, but understand things and be able to observe things from their own perspective. So, again, huge shout out to David Pakman.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make the obvious joke here, but next time he has something to say and he needs a co-host, go into the afterlife and make sure he can get a certain deceased girl, and just ask, excuse me, do you know where a pinky is? And if they need more specification, say, oh, she sounds like Ashley Ball.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pac-Man The Ghostly Adventures is very underrated, and I guess, yeah, it's a little more retro for some people's taste, but I grew up in the 90s, and for me, this fits that, and it's still, I just wish it was able to have an ending, is all.
yeah. To be honest, I think there's nothing wrong with Ghostly Adventures, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I have the whole series. It's a lot of fun, and Pinky is my favorite character. I have a plushie of her.
Yeah, I realize that. I mean, it's the same thing situation with Sonic Boom. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sonic Boom, as is with Pac-Man Ghostly Adventures.
Well, there's stuff wrong with Rise of Lyric. Shattered
Yeah.
Crystal, I hear it's not great. I hear Fire and Ice is better, so I do want to play all of those. I don't own any of them yet, but
Yeah,
you
me
know,
either.
as a big Sonic fan, it's best I do. And once I can get a capture device for a 3DS or new 3DS, yeah, it'd be a good idea to do that.
Yeah, I hope I could get my videos modified as well.
The Sonic Boom TV series, on the other hand, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hope you were able to enjoy, or I guess since we did get to some serious topics, at least understand our commentary. We don't, as I said, we're trying to be fair. We don't want to shame anyone except the extremists, because look, there's bad people in everything. So if we deny this, then we're sheltering you, and that's also unhealthy.
Yeah.
But we know not everyone is like this, even those who may have made the wrong choice. And God knows me and Julie and Kate and Jason have made wrong choices. Lance, probably a couple since I've known him, but no, he's one of the very few people I've never had a massive argument with.
Yeah, that
Lan-
might be true, yeah.
Yeah, Lance is just that cool.
Yeah, I'm the coolest gamer in the world, okay?
Well, you're the coolest gamer among us, I'll say that.
Yeah, and as well as the coolest weeb as well.
That's debatable. We have Kate as well, so you got to compete with her for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Jason's also
Okay.
kind of a weeb, but I think I can safely say, Lance, you outweeb Jason, and
Mm,
Kate outweebs Jason, but which of you two outweebs the other? That's harder to say.
mhm. Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
God, yeah.
yeah, this is good, and
Mm,
as I
yeah.
said, yeah, you're probably gonna hear Trump at least one more time after this, unless something else serious happens that affects anything here to start this. There you go. So let's just take this as our ultimate political let's play on this guy that no one here, no matter the side of the religious or political spectrum, sorry, my apologies, no matter what side of the religious or political doing it again, religious or political spectrum, none of us like. We want someone who, well, I've already said before, let's not overdo it. Just, there's a lot that just has to be realized, and I just want people to understand no matter what side of the religious or political spectrum you're on, and Christians on the left side and independent side, there's Christians there too, so understand that.
Mhm,
Also, from what I recall of the teachings of Jesus, you've got to love one another. So that means you got to include people no matter the color of their skin, no matter where they're from, as long as they're humans like you and me, show that, please. Because I mean, I have friends of different ethnicities, and
mhm.
look, I've had some trauma from some before, but that was before I became misanthropic and just realized, yeah, people just really aren't all that great in general. I mean, granted, exceptions, but I just feel take this as you will, but I'm not going to hate specific people on orientation, gender, race, or anything because that's wrong. Just dislike everyone equally. That's the way I'm putting it. And
Yeah.
keep in mind,
I'm.
autism spectrum, so socializing can be hard for various people like us, and some people have actually put it well. That doesn't mean we hate everyone. I don't hate everyone, but I'm weary of the majority, is how I'd put this. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
Julie, how
sorry.
about you say your part?
I'm just. I'm, I just. Long story short, my dad has a philosophy of what will happen, and I just. It depends. Whoever you meet depends on their attitude, and we. Oh, I live in a place where I don't really interact with anybody outside the internet, except for my mom and dad. And
Yeah, I had more, but I only connected to two. Kind of an autism thing with who you trust, who you feel safe with. But hey, at least I
yeah,
found some people. So, I mean, Julie, you have us, and hey, I've been with you in person when we were a couple, and I want to do that again. We
yeah,
may not
that's
be a couple
different.
anymore, but we're still best friends.
Yeah, like I was saying, my dad mostly moved because, well, he didn't have a job anymore, and
And that's
yeah,
understandable. No shame in that.
yeah, but it does get lonely where I live, since there's not a lot of places to be in a rural place, as I'll
Well,
put it.
you have us, and we try to talk with you a lot, so I
Yeah.
guess you can at least say, and we're real people. I mean, hell, I've visited you in person. I'm real.
Hmm. I
So,
know. I wish I had actual friends that are my neighbors.
okay,
So,
hey, I have a news to the Nintendo Corporation. Start finding people who are worthy of developing warp pipe transportation technology so we can start seeing each other a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
And since we'd use it more, charge it for less than we do airplane travel. But since so that would balance things out and you'd still make a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, to me, I think that we should. I think that America needs a bullet trains like Japan has.
Mhm.
So it would be.
Hard to say. I mean, I've ridden on Amtrak a lot, and it's good, but we need to make sure everything's ready here too, and so that may take some time.
Sorry if I'm so yawny. I
Anyway,
almost fell asleep.
Lance, just how about you say your part, and then let's end.
Yeah,
Oh,
I need to sleep soon.
Yeah, I have a great time as well, despite the.
Well, just say what you understand as a Republican that Trump is, I think. Just say your part on that. You get the point.
All right, I'll say it. I'm definitely Republican side as well, but at least I am more small and more rational than these Trump fanboys were.
I think that's a fair way of putting it instead of some of the other extreme words. So yeah, we'll stick to that. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and I will say, well,
Maybe we should save this for another time
all
when
right,
you can
all
put
right.
your thoughts together more. Look, it's okay. We'll save that for the last part, all right?
Yeah.
It's all right,
Uh,
it's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
was almost asleep.
Anyway,
Sorry.
yeah, let's end here. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, again, just look, you have support for Trump. We're not going to demonize all of you. Just understand things are more than what you believe. And you could say the same thing about people on the other side of the political spectrum. And yes, I've seen that too. That is true as well. But ending just this, no matter what side of the political spectrum Trump would be on, he used to identify as Democrat. I would still vote against him. So, as I said, this is what this adds to more. And since I've seen the good and bad on both sides, like I hate the extremity of woke culture to go on the left side if we're going to go for anything, if that makes you feel better. Yeah,
Ugh.
I don't like that. I agree there are elements that are necessary from it, but there needs to be a balance. But things have gotten extreme. And if you get too extreme, look at the South Park episode, Mr. Hanky and the Christmas Poo, because it tries to remove everything offensive and it shows how nothing is entertaining or humorous anymore when you do this. So you've got to have the balance.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
And that was in the very first season of South Park.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta sometimes have a balance, but I would say I don't want woke culture to take over the world 100%.
I
I don't want
just
to.
want look, there's things on both middle, right, and left sides. There needs to be a balance for all that. And that's my belief. So it actually helps as many people as possible while not going too far. I mean, there's words I'm trying not to say anymore that I'm ashamed of or just feel I'm no longer comfortable with. There is one word I'll still say, but I'm not saying it in this.
Yeah, for now.
So it's that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Hoodz. With me has been Julela64, and since Julela, you are the president of Hooded Chaos, you know what you got to do, right?
Yeah. Put the phone down.
Yes, because the
Take response.
president should not be texting on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
And Lance,
Sorry
you
if
are
I'm
vice
yawning.
president. So I think, yeah, if you're second in command of that area, That means it's probably safe so you can prepare to be president. Put down your phone as well.
Okay, I'll put my phone down.
And after the rest of you put your phone down, you could do it after we say that until tomorrow. With that said, that's... Okay, we unfortunately missed Sunday, so let's just get our results. Still, Friday, Saturday, and our training were pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, at the time of this recording, I'm actually having to take care of a lot of things that had to delay one of the uploads, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Not sure
Yeah.
about tomorrow because I have something very important to do. Still. All right.
There we are.
All right, SplatFest results. What do we got? Conch shell rates.
Okay. Oh, man.
All right. Well, other rankings can matter. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Nita's just owning everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we picked the wrong day.
Well, we were choosing what works for us. When do we get things done?
Oh.
So this goes to that percentage. I figured let's do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know
Guess
most
night
of us
fall
don't seem to really get things done at night. We get them more done in the afternoon.
Obviously, but
Well, if more people get stuff done at night, then good for them.
Yeah.
I used to be a night owl. But
I sometimes am, and I will be tonight, but that's because of multiple different reasons.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me look into this. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Clout.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
We did not score in the top on any of these, it seems.
yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't win.
I mean, in
Let's see.
open, we were at least a little more well balanced, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just so annoying.
We're not even second place, sadly, this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wolfwood Place.
Oh well, it's gonna happen every now and then.
Yep.
We've had victories during Splatoon 2, not so much during Splatoon 3, but we've at least come in second place a few times there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go collect our prizes, and
All
then
right.
I guess we'll call it a night.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
good.
Okay. We're getting all the dialogue for everything here. Okay, we don't need to care about battle stages right now since we're not playing at this time.
Yeah.
Although I do want to do tower control at some point. That's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, and I need to start learning how to do salmon runs.
Salmon runs are fun. I love them.
Yeah.
All right, only got 7 super seashells.
Yeah.
Also, I was only at Afternoon Defender because I didn't play as much on my own as I should have. A lot was going on, so this wasn't one of my busiest Splatfests, but I'm still glad I got to partake.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, let me just equip my shirt back.
Yeah. Mm,
Well, I have 29 overall. Let's see,
That's
are there
good.
any ability chunks I want
mm,
that I want to rip from anything?
mm,
I need to play some more of this gear, but I do that
mhm.
more when I'm playing casually.
Yeah. I do like the ones where I can have glasses. And because that helps me a bit.
I'll worry about it a bit. I'll worry about it later, not a big deal. I can boost
Hmm.
star power.
Yeah. Hmm.
Let's see, what about my... Nah, not this time.
Mm,
Sometime later. Over time.
yeah. Hmm.
Alright, anyway. Hope everyone had a good Splatfest. This was the SpringFest of 2025. I have been Hoodz. With me has been Julela64.
Good night, everybody.
And the TheOtakuSpartan.
Sayonara.
And as always, and also until the next Splatfest, that's...
Hood chaos.